So, right, I was thinking what to talk about in my little talk, and we're up to F. Oh, I'm doing that, it's a sign for F. I couldn't think what to talk about. Fitness, functional fitness, but actually what I'm going to talk about is the class itself. Because on Monday when I did the fitness class, I zinged it up a bit and made it a little bit more snappy. And I've been thinking about this class, and it's getting a bit, I find it's getting a bit, well, dull. The exercises are still good and the exercises are good for you, but if you keep doing the same old, you do get a bit bored, and your muscles get used to the exercises anyway. So what I'm going to do from next week, probably not this week, although I've got one new, I've adapted an exercise today, and I've tried it out. Ooh, it gives you quite a, it's more or less the same exercise as we do, but it's got a bit more zing in it. So from next week, I'm going to change some of the exercises. The squats are going to stay, just because they're good for you, and the side bend is going to stay, much to my disappointment, because I just think that they're so good for you. The balance is going to stay. It may not stay as a clock, but the balance is going to stay. I think the seated row is going to stay, you know, the one where we do that. Other than that, I think everything else is maybe up for grabs. So I'm going to try and sort of make it different, inject a bit of life into it. And I'm going to have less, this is going to be hard for me, less chat. The only one I can't figure out how to do less chat for is, or less explanation, is the squats, because I want to show how to do it on the chair, and I want to show how to do it with correct technique. So squats will remain more or less the same, I'm afraid. The exercises will still be done in a slow and controlled manner, but there'll be less chat in between the exercises, I think. Because this is a functional fitness class rather than a strength class, although you do, I mean, there's an awful lot of overlay. So the purpose of this class is to make you stronger and fitter so that you can cope with everyday life. Like I'm always saying about going up and downstairs, getting in and out the shower, walking to the shops. Somebody said that the stuff was helping her run across the road. You may find that if you're seeing your grandchildren, you may find you've got a bit more energy to play with them. Maybe if you do the Monday class, well, it's not functional fitness, but maybe you'll get fit enough to get down on the floor with your grandchildren. So this is more functional fitness, but there is strength and there is balance and there is coordination, and they're all interlinked. But I just think I will zing it up a little bit. I don't know what else to say, really. If anybody has any questions about any of the exercises, or if any of you find any of the exercises, particularly when we start to do the new ones, they're not going to be really difficult. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a slurp of tea. They're not going to be really, really difficult. They're just going to be different. Our routine is going to stay, you know, the heel digs and things, that's going to stay, and the high intensity stuff at the end is going to stay, because that's fun. But yes, I have to put my thinking cap on, because sometimes it's difficult to think of. I mean, really, with a bicep, there's only so many ways that you can exercise a bicep. Similarly with other muscles. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to think of new and innovative ways to do exercises. But if I change 2 or 3, it'll keep it a little bit more interesting. And that's 11 o'clock, thank goodness. And usually for me, running out of things to say. Right. If anybody is new to the class, you'll need a chair without arms, and you'll need a band. Well, but if you don't have a band, it doesn't matter. Some of you may not have a band at all. You can still do the movements for the exercises. Quite a lot of the exercises don't need bands, actually. You're just doing it with body weight. We'll start off with a warm-up. We'll do the main body of the exercise, and then we'll do some stretching. So I'm just going to tip this down a little bit. That's a bit too much, really. My head has disappeared. There we go. Right, we're going to start with the warm-up. I'm going to get this out of the way. So we're going to start just by walking nice and gently on the spot. On your toes if you can. Being on your toes is great. It's good for your ankles, good for your feet, good for your toes, good for your calves. Give a slightly exaggerated swing to your arms so that you're warming up the synovial fluid, the oil the liquid that oils your joints. And then we're going to do a few arm exercises because I really want to concentrate on getting mobility into those shoulders and getting strength into the arm muscles. So although these are warm-ups, they're also improving your mobility and improving your strength. So the first thing we're going to do is put your hand on your shoulder and make your arm like a wing. And we're going to imagine you've got a pencil sticking out, and we're going to do 5 big circles back, full range of movement. 3, 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one we're going to do is the one where you raise one arm and the other one comes behind. And remember, if you can't get your arm up by your ear, just let it go as far as you can. Never force anything. So we're going to go 1, nice and slow and controlled. 2, 3, remember, no rocking. 4, I love this because it's great for your shoulder joints. 5, great for your back muscles. 6, great for your shoulder muscles. 7, it's just really good for your posture. 8, there's not really anything I dislike about it. 9, 10, I don't find it too boring either, which is always a plus with me. Next one we're going to do is we're going to stand with your arms by your sides, turn your hands out, and you're going to just put your arms above your head, just touch them. I'm just going to kneel down for this. You don't need to kneel down. Just touch your arms and then turn your hands the other way and push the air down. So you're pushing the air up and you're pushing the air down. Your palms are always facing the way that your arms are going. 3, 4. Again, this is great for your shoulders, back, shoulder joints. 5, 6, 7. I'm going to stand up. You've got the idea now. 8, and it's good that you're turning your arms as well. 9, 10. That may have been 11 because, as you know, I can't count and talk at the same time. Last one with the arms is you're going to stand with your arms at 90 degrees, your elbows at 90 degrees, and you're just going to bring your elbows in and just touch them together. If you can't touch them together, that doesn't matter. Just go as far as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm starting to feel this now on my shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Remember, if you can't do 10 of everything, just do what you can. Some people, I know that there are people who, if they can't do it perfectly or they can't do 10, they just think, oh, I can't do this at all, I'm rubbish, and they give up. If you can do 1 or even half of 1, that's a start, and it's something to build on. Don't ever think that because you can't do it that it's no use doing it at all. I'm a little bit like that with some things. I think, oh, I can't do that, and it becomes overwhelming. So don't. Right. We're going to start with heel digs, and at the same time anchor your elbow, and you're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. So heel dig and a bicep curl. Pulling your toe right back like that. And make sure it is opposite arm and leg. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go out to the side, just a small step, just pointing your toe a little bit. And then have prayer hands, and as you go out, your arms go out. 1. Sorry, I don't know why I'm counting. Don't know why I started counting then. Nice and slow and controlled. Remember the headlights on your knees and your hips pointing forwards. 3, 2, 1. And then a little step back, just a small step. And at the same time, you're going to have your hands here, like little dinosaur handies, T-Rex arms, and you're going to push out. As your foot comes back, both hands come out. Again, you've got the headlights on your knees, so they're not sort of folding in like that. Everything is just straight forward. I don't mean straightforward, I mean straight forward. 3, 2, 1. And then the last one is just a toe tap. So you're pointing your toe and at the same time just swinging the opposite arm. Three, 2, 1. Right, we're going to put all that together. So we're going to go toe tap, side. Couldn't remember the order then. Back, toe tap. Sorry, heel dig. Side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, we'll do a little bit of shadow walking. Got a couple of minutes. This is just a little bit of foot dexterity. I'm going to turn my back to you because people find it easier to follow that way. So imagine there's a square in front of you and your feet are at the bottom left and right hand sides of the square. You're going to take your right foot and put it up to the top left hand corner, cross this leg over and be careful doing this, and then back to where you were originally. So you're going to go right, left, back, back, right, left, back, back. You don't have to go very big steps. Just go with what you're comfortable with and don't go too fast, because when you come to this bit, that's when there is possibility of falling. So be very careful. You can have the shadows music going on in your head or in the background if you want. One more time this way and then stop, and we're going to do it the other way. So we're going to do, so left, right, back, back. It's quite good for your hips, this actually, because I can feel it twisting my hips a bit. I don't know if you've had hip replacements, maybe don't do this. I don't know if it's a recommended maneuver for people that have had hip replacement. You need to twist your body a bit. One more time. Was that okay? When I do it, I quite like doing it, but then I'm always conscious of the fact that there is a possibility for falling. When you're doing that bit, the twisting over bit, you don't get it quite right, there is a possibility of falling. Right, are you feeling nice and warmed up? We're going to start off with squats. Now remember, As usual, squatting is sitting down without the chair. Your knees don't come over your toes. It's not that movement, it's that movement. And you can go down to there if you want, or right far down. However, wherever you're holding it, you should feel it on your thighs, not your knees. If you can't do a free squat, sit in the chair, hands here so as you're not tempted to use them, and just stand up and then sit down. If you can't do that, use your elbows, your arms to give you momentum, failing which, use your hands. But we're trying to get to a stage where you can stand up without using your hands. We're going to do 10 squats. Knees don't come in. So you start with your feet hip width apart, stick your bottom out, and down we go, nice and slow. 1. On the chair, if you're using the chair, just do what you can. 2, your knees don't come in. 3, the weight's on your heels as well. 4, 5, don't bow at the waist, don't do that. Try and keep your torso as upright as possible. 6, 7, oh, I've got an eyelash. 8, 9, 10. Oh, quite hard. I'm going to let you sit down now. So I'm just turning my chair on the side so you can see what I'm doing. Sitting on the edge of your chair, your feet, your legs straight, your heels on the ground, and your toes pulled back. And you're going to loop the band. If you don't have a band, don't worry, you can just do the arm movements. Loop the band around and have quite a good lot of tension there. Sitting up nice and straight. And then you're just going to pull your arms back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's only your arms. I'm not going to rock your torso. And I'll show you. Your feet, your heels do not come off the ground. I've seen people try to do this with their feet coming off the ground. It's just impossible. Remember, you're not lifting, just pulling back. So 1. It's good for your back. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you haven't got a band, just do these arm movements. 6. Pull it right back. Try and get your shoulder blades together. 7, 8, 9. Nice strong torso. 10. Fabulous. Right. The next one. This is one of the new ones. I tried it out before we started, and I thought, ooh, that's a bit juicy. This is the one where we would normally do that one, okay? And we are going to do that, but we're going to do a variation. It's called Rock the Boat. And it's just a bit more zingy. It's a bit more fun. And actually, I found it a bit more difficult. So you can hold on. It's not a balance one. Hold on at the back of the chair. And we're just going to put one leg up and then the next leg up. Easy peasy. Remember, don't point your toes. It's just up and up. And we're going to do 10 on each side. So, are you ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's starting to ache a bit now. 8, 9, 10. How was that? I quite like doing that. It seems a bit more interesting, but I could feel it there, really feel it there. I don't know why it should be more difficult. And it puts less pressure on one leg, so you're not standing on one leg the whole time as well. Right, bicep curl. Get your band. If you don't have a band, just do the motions. Stand on your band, anchor your elbow. Here's my Remember when I got him last year, he's 1 today. You birthday boy. Are you birthday boy? Are you? Right. So anchor your elbow. Have enough tension so that you need to consciously hold it at your forearm at 45 degrees. I'm just going to close your elbow. So that's 1. Your elbow never this elbow here never leaves your waist. 2, 3, 4. Don't rock your body. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Oh, I had the tension a bit too hard there. Right. Other side. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was quite fierce. I was quite glad when we came to the end of that. Right. We're going to do a balancing one now. Just going to move this down again. Right, moved it down too much. I get more exercise walking backwards and forwards to the laptop than I do anything else. Right, we're going to engage core. Breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone. And then release it slightly, but so as you're all tense here, tight. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have, you can hold on if you want, if you need to. We're going to put one leg up, and then we're just going to gently go around the face of the clock and then back up. We're going to do that 10 times on each leg. Okay, so breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can. And release it slightly. Concentrate, get on one leg, and we're going to go. And we're going to go around the clock. 1, 2, 3, woohoo, falling over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. And then the other one, the other leg. Breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can. Release slightly. Get your balance. Focus. Knee up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, mind out the way, 9, 10. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Hey? Right. What are we doing now? There's my daughter's put some forsythia on the mantelpiece and I can't see. Oh yes, that one. I like that one. Right, you'll like this one as well, Loki. Right, so standing sort of beside the chair, we're just going to do the leg swinging one. I quite like this one. I find it nice and relaxing. So standing up nice and straight, and we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you joining in? 5, 6, 7. Don't lean forward when you come. 8, 9, 10. I like that because it just loosens up your leg. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're giving me a paw. 9, 10. You're giving me a paw. You just because it's your birthday, you think you can get away with anything. Right. Abs. So taking the chair, we're going to sit sideways in the chair. This one's no good for you, Loki. Sitting up nice and straight. Out the way. Sitting up nice and straight, and then just put your hands out. No, hands out in front. And then we're just going to go 1, just raising your legs. 2, 3, 4. Keep these arms pushed forwards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How was that? I know I used to say do all that with your fingers, but I don't think it's necessary, because if I do that and I poke, I can feel these muscles pulling my leg up. So you don't really need to sit back and things. I can't play with you at the moment, baby. I can't play with you at the moment. Go and lie down. Go on. Go and lie down, baby boy. Right. We're going to do that again. So sitting up nice and straight, arms forward, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, out the way. 5, it's the first time he's joined in, isn't it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, upward row, right. This one, if you don't have a band, or if you're new, if you have a band but you still haven't got the technique, then have your hold your thumb and your arms come up, but it's your elbows. Your hands are brought up by your elbow. This is one of the ones that might go. I might lose actually. So remember, your arms, your hands always have to be lower than your elbows and have that V. If you're using a band, stand on the band and then cross it over. I'm going to come in here so you can see what I'm doing. Hands together, back nice and straight. Don't rock. And we're going to go 1, slow and controlled. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't see him, but he's peering intently at the band. You leave that. Well done. Right, we're going to do 10 more squats or 10 more standings up from the chair. Okay, so we're going to go. Ready? 1. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, these are hard. 8. Mind out the way. 9. No, off. 10. Adrian, down, off. Adrian doesn't have this problem with her dog. He sits nicely behind her. Go and lie down. Go on. Right. Side bends. Feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Go away. Go away. And we're going to go, remember, if you're putting your hand over your head, keep it straight so that you're actually using your muscles. Right, down, 1. Oh, let me get to the side, kid. No, I can't, no, off. 1, 2, 3, leave my phone. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, woohoo! Right, onto the routine. We'll do it 3 times through. So heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Keep going. We're going to get gradually faster. Side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Be thinking a little bit ahead. Make your brain think ahead a bit so that you know what's coming next, rather than just concentrating on the exercise that you're doing, the bit of it that you're doing at one time. Think ahead so that your arms are ready to go forwards or sideways. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 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 Heel dig, side, back. As you do it, your steps necessarily get smaller. Toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Did you manage to keep up? Oh, you're floundering around. Right. To finish, we're going to do our 3 times 20 seconds bit of high intensity, which is, as if you need reminding, running on the spot. Tiny little steps on the spot, tiny little steps. If you can't do that, if you've got something wrong with your knees, it's better if you can do that. You can take a boxer stance and just do punching. But it is better if you can do the running. It's more beneficial. Right. Where's my clock? Here it is. Right, on your marks, set, off you go. 17, 18, 19, 20. How was that? If you'd like to give me some feedback on this rocking the boat, we could maybe do it without holding on. I'd be, see if you liked it or not. And tell me if you found it entertaining to do or found it good to do. Probably realised by now I'm not all that interested in how hard you found it, because if you find it hard, it means you need to do it more. It means you're out of practice. Right. Second lot. On your marks, set, off you go. $18, $19, $20. Sorry, I was daydreaming a bit then. So that's been half an hour. Classes usually takes longer than that, so maybe I have zinged it up a bit. And maybe I've talked less. But the exercises still seem to have been as rigorous as ever, I hope. Hope you don't feel that I've skimped on the exercises. I don't feel I have, so. Righty-ho, how are we doing? Are we ready for the third one? Maybe I'm not giving you as much rest between, Are you ready? On your marks, set, go. As if it's a race. It's a race against yourself. $17, $18, $19, $20. Well done. Before we go into the stretches, just as you get your breath back, as usual, if you would like to buy me a coffee, the link is in the comments section. If you want to know about my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page, want to know anything about fitness, or you want to act with me, I know quite a lot if you do that already. That's the easy way to do it. The link is there as well. If you can, subscribe to my channel, that would be great. I didn't check the other day how many subscribers I've got, and if you could like this class, that would be also be great. So, without further ado, I hope you're not still puffing and panting too much. We're going to start with the calf stretch as usual. I go from the bottom of the body up to the top, and that way I don't forget anything. So, front leg bent, back leg straight, heel on the ground. Both feet pointing the same direction. And then gently bend your back knee. And your heel comes off the ground, but you should feel this stretch moving down into your Achilles. I bet some of you have been doing this class for almost a year could do this bit, well, could probably do the whole class without me. And then swap legs. Just check your feet are both pointing in the same direction. Bend your back knee. Okay. Right, quadriceps, these big thigh muscles. So remember, if you can, grab your foot, your ankle, your trouser leg, what have you. If you can't do that, put your hands behind your back. You don't have to put your hands behind your back, but see if you can kick your hands. This one is actually good because you're using your hamstring muscles to actually pull your leg up. So it's quite a beneficial one. So I'm going to do this one. If you want to do the static stretching, that's up to you. I'm going to do this one today. And static stretchers, swap legs. Dynamic stretchers, keep doing this. Quite tiring, isn't it, to do it for all this time? Right. Okay, enough of that. So, having used your hamstrings, if you were doing dynamic stretching, we're now going to stretch them. So, sitting at the edge of the chair, I'm just going to move this back a bit because what I want to do, your knees are at 90 degrees, your ankles are under your knees. Just going to sit up and just make sure your back is nice and straight. Just put your hands like that and then down again. That keeps your back straight. One leg out, toe pulled back, sitting up nice and straight, lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Try and keep your toe pulled back. And then sit up, other leg out straight. Just check you're sitting up straight again, and then forward. And then sitting up. Sit sideways in the chair, this way. Not much, it's not sort of like this, so you've got a lot of chair there. It's this way, so you've not got much chair there. And then sitting, keeping your torso upright, leg out behind you. Just to stretch here. And then swap. Okay. Standing up. Arms out at shoulder height, palms facing forward, and then you're going round the tree. And dip your head. And then if you can, interlock your fingers behind your back. If you can't do that, try and get your elbows together. And just lift, if you're interlocking your fingers, just lift your arms a bit, just to get that stretch across your chest. You get the same stretch if you're doing that with your elbows. And then sitting in the chair, remember, don't use the back to support you, use your own back to support you. Dip your head, put your hand on your crown, and just let the weight of your hand push your head down. And then look up, and then turn your head to the left, just your head, not your shoulders. Put your right hand on the right hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand. Get that tension going in your neck. And then relax totally and see if you can turn your head a little bit more to the left. Hold it there for a couple of seconds. And then bring your head to the center. And then turn your head to the right. Put your left hand on the left hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand. And then release that tension and see if you can turn your head a little bit more to the right. There we go. Okay. Thank you very much. Somebody just asked me. I was showing them how to do. I was showing them an adapted version of one of the exercises that we do on a Monday, and they were asking if you need to be warm up to do the exercises. Do you remember when I did the bite size? I might talk about that next week. I know we're on F still, but might go back to B, to the bite-sized exercises. You can do those without warming up. You don't need to sort of warm up to do them. The only thing you should never do before you've warmed up is stretch. That's really bad. But anything else, take any of these exercises in isolation, and you'll be okay doing them without a warm up. Okay, bye. See you next week.